welcome back. My name's Dave, and this is Macaro Siding, my N-scale layout. And we're working on using grout as a ground cover on rock surfaces. I'm going to show you exactly how I go about putting the grout on the bare rock surface, and then putting static grass on top, putting trees on top of it, and sort of finishing one edge of the river that flows into the dam, so that's done. And then I'll take a day and do one off camera for the other side, and then that'll be all completed and finished. So without any further ado, we're going to go over there and we are going to start work. So give me a second and I'll be right there. Okay, so here we are at the rock face. And the first thing I'm doing is I am taping off the bottom of the rock face itself, where it comes down and meets the water surface texture. Now this is upstream from the power plant, so this is the water that flows into and over the dam, and this whole surface, of course, is right by the paper mill here. So now I'm just taking little bits of painter's tape, and it's sort of just to keep the powders and textures and glues and stuff from getting onto the river surface. Now I'm shooting this. This is the first time I've ever shot my video this way. I'm doing it out of sequence. I haven't done an intro for this yet, because I know that this is going to take a couple of days to do. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to do this side of the river. A handy dandy scalpel here and cut the tape. And what we're going to be using is grout, some tile mortar, and basing glue from World Scenics, which is what I use for most of my basing glue applications. I do sometimes use matte Mod Podge and water, but on this occasion we're doing it with the basing glue. So the basing glue is in this old mushroom container. Our mushrooms come in these plastic things, and I save them all for holding bits and pieces. It's cheaper than buying. So what I'm going to do here now is I've just got a brush that you use for applying flux and glue and stuff when you're plumbing. I think they're called acid brushes, and you can buy them in most hardware stores. I'm not sure whether this portion is actually on camera, but I'm going to get it done because I want to do the whole thing at one go. So I apologize if you're not seeing anything happening here and all you're hearing is my voice. but I think mine, as I move up here, you'll be able to see. So I'm just taking the basic glue and I am pushing it into all the crooks and crannies of the rock faces here. Some of this rock face is actually plaster of Paris rock molds, and some of this is my own sculptor mold. Now you want to make sure that you get all the glue in everywhere. You leave a little bit out in this method, and it's a pain in the butt to fix it afterwards. You really have to wait until everything dries, and then go in with a small brush and play around with it to get the okay, so we're up here. Now the reason I'm not doing this is a plaster cast of a concrete retaining wall, and I want to physically paint that with my airbrush and cement colored paints and stuff. So that's why that's not being done. I'm going to come up here and do the top now here. Yeah, I need a little bit more. I came close to having the right amount, but need a little bit more out here. Now the first layer that I put down is usually the darkest layer, and then I build up with my powdered grouts. And I may have to come back and do a little bit more basic glue. I think some of this will dry before I get to it. But let's just see how far we can get. Okay, so we're ready. So my approach is I get a makeup brush that I get at the dollar store. Find them the easiest to use here, and you can wash them afterwards. So here we go. So I'm going to take that's the dark powder. It's called charcoal. I have one that's a little lighter, but it's dark as well. So all I'm going to do is take the brush and put it in the powder, and then I'm going to spread it over the top of the rock surface. Get that all covered. Then I'm going to come along the front here and push it in. Now, the great thing about the grout is that it, of course, it sets up with water. So if you have a spray bottle, you can spray this stuff down with water after you get the powder on, and okay, so you can see it goes very quickly, and I may still have to clean up some of the water surface afterwards. I'm just seeing, I think maybe some of this stuff is going underneath. Okay. Now my next step is to grab my little spritzer bottle. This has IPA in it, and this bottle is designed to spray in both directions. So you pull the trigger and it sprays, you let go of the trigger and it still sprays. So now what I'm doing is I'm soaking this down with isopropyl alcohol. And you can see how dark it's going. So next step, and I don't wait for this to set up that much. I go right at it right away. So the next step is to take another one of my powders and start to dust it down, and almost like a dry brush, work the surface of the rock. Now the last step is to come back with some oil-based washes of blacks and browns and paint details into the rock surfaces. And that's why I said this is going to take about 2 days for this to work, because I've got to all right. So there's that color, and then the lighter color. And I'm just gonna there we go. Now, doing it this way isn't exactly cheap. The bags of grout cost, somewhere around $30 a bag. But once you have the bags, you have grout for life, because you're not putting on very much. It's not like you're actually mixing this stuff up and putting it on. Just. So the next step is, where are they? Here they are. Is crushed gravel. And you can just, again, you can just pick it up with the brush and put it in place. What I do is I buy, the gravel I buy is from the dollar store. And then I put it through a coffee grinder. And it just adds a little bit of sparkle to the ground. And then the same with, I've got another one here. And I'm just going to sprinkle it on like that. And then just tap around it, spread it out a bit. Let's get this out of the way so you can see what's going on. And once again, isopropyl alcohol. we go. Now, let's put that out of the way there. Okay. Now this is my black wash, and it is an oil-based paint. Where am I? What am I going to use here? I'm going to use this one. Yeah, I think I'll use this one. So I'm just going to stir it up a bit, and it's just an oil-based paint. And now this brush over here, remember to clean it. I thought I had an oil-based brown wash, but I can't find it, so we'll just move on. So now it's up to artistic license what you want to do. I'm just going to pick up some of the light paint. Now across the top surface here, there's going to be static grass and some bushes and trees and stuff along here. But you can see that you can build up a... And there's no right way or wrong way to do this. You just sort of... You look at the section and you go, oh, I think that could be a little lighter. Oh, I think that could be a little bit darker. And you just keep going until you get what you consider to be a... So, both the... I'm just going to take a rag here and wipe off the makeup brushes to get stuff out of them so they stay fluffy and soft. So, you can see it's not that difficult to do. There are places, I just noticed where did I put that? Sorry. I didn't put anything up here. Let's just get the bridge out of the way. Okay, so we'll just out of the way again, and let's go back and grab some dark powder and That's better. And a bit of this. Alrighty. I'm gonna have to wash that brush. This one for sure. Alright, so we're going to leave it there for today. I'm going to come back tomorrow and we'll strip away the tape. We'll start doing the static grass and the trees and bushes and stuff, so you can see a completed bank. The other bank is here, and I haven't done it yet. But I thought it would just be a rinse and repeat thing, so I'm just going to do this side for now, and you guys get to see it. So, for you, it'll be a couple of seconds, and for me, it'll be about 24 hours. So, we'll see you then. So we're back, and you can see it is all dried now, and it looks reasonably like a rock face. It's got different tones to it. I did some painting yesterday with a brown oil wash on some of this, just to tone it down a bit. So now we're ready for static grass and tufts and trees to finish off this side of the river. So I have basing glue again in a container, and I'm going to take this brush and I'm going to dab basing glue over a small area. Just a small area, and make sure I got a good coating so that the static grass will stick. So now I'll reach down here to my static grass applicator, which I can't remember where I bought it from. I think it was it's either Amazon or World of War. Oops. I guess it would help if I put some and I'm all stuck up here. Hold on. So I'm going to turn the applicator off while I fill it, because stuff will go all over the place. So what I traditionally do with my my static grass is I mix different colors and different lengths. And there we go. That should be more than enough for what we're about to do. Now, one of the things I do is, once I've put the different lengths, to get the different lengths all mixed together, I use one of these. It's a flour sifter. And I put the grass in here, and then I turn this handle, and it blends them all together so that it's not patchy. It's about 20 bucks for that silly thing, but I find that it really works well for my needs. You may want to just okay, am I plugged in? I am plugged in. Right. There we go. Plugged in, turned on, and static grass. Trying to get hold of the pin here. And shake it in there liberally. Then we'll turn this off. Put it back down here. And where's my little vacuum cleaner? And here's my vacuum cleaner. So I'm going to vacuum off the grass where Vacuum also makes it easier to get the grass to stand up straight. I know it's probably hard for you to hear me over the vacuum cleaner, so I'm going to shut it off. And we'll just put it over here. So that's the first patch. Here we go again. And we'll bring it up on top of the rocks here a little bit. And again, just a little small area at a time. I find if you do too big an area, the glue might wick into the base that you're working with, and it won't pick up the grass. So we'll put that down over there. Once again, this time we're going to grab it. Turn it on. And turn it off. Sorry for the noise again from the vacuum cleaner. I would recommend wearing a mask. I should have thought about it. The static grass is wonderful stuff, but it goes all over the place. And right now I've got a bunch of it up my nostrils. So all right, rinse and repeat. This is why I'm only doing one side of the river, because you really don't want to watch me doing this on both sides of the river. And there we go. And again, shut it off so you don't electrocute yourself here, or shock yourself more correctly, not electrocute. If it was electrocute, they wouldn't make them. I really should have a mask. Oh, man. That stuff's a little twitchy and itchy. More basing glue. Now again, you could use Mod Podge and water. You could use matte medium and water. All sorts of different I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna leave a little trail here from the door that's on the back of the building, so that if somebody wants to walk out, they can. And we'll put some more here. Just careful, I don't want to get it on the building, because then we'll have grass growing up the side of the building, and that doesn't happen in real life. Okay, and that's about where all the grass is going to stop on that part of the layout. So again, grab the pin, get this in the right way, orientation, and off. Again, I apologize for the noise. Now, I have, which ones am I going to use? I think I'm going to use these darker green ones here. I have some tufts. They're from China. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I got them from Wish or I got them from AliExpress. Either one. So I have these tufts now. I'm going to move this out of the way so it's not blocking your view. With me, I'm just going to wipe my face and get the grass out of my beard. There we go. So these are little tufts, and I'm going to place them over here around in this area. I'm going to use where did I put you? There you are. Got Elmer's glue here, and I'm looking for, you might do. Are you dry? Yeah, you're dry. Okay. I'm going to squeeze some Elmer's glue, he says. Well, that's not coming out. Let's see if we can. You try that again. Okay. All right, we're switching. We'll go to Eileen's tacky glue. I've got a big bottle over there, and I don't know how much is in this one here. Oops. I got to go get the bottle that's over there. That one is empty. Just put it in this little bowl. Buy these little bowls at the dollar store. You get 4 of them for like $1.50, and they're really handy for holding stuff. Okay, that feels like it's coming out now. There we go. Now we don't need a lot of this. Okay. That'll be good for now, and I'm going to just find a spot for this, put it upside down so the glue runs to the tip. So I have these little, they call them Q-tips, but they're sort of like micro brushes, and they have a little cotton swab at the end of it. I mean, little tiny thing. So apply a little bit of glue to the bottom. Maybe a little bit more than that. Another one here. Go further down. Just lost that one to the floor. Let's put one in there. Grab another one. Put it here. Grab a little bit more glue here. One up top. Now this is pretty well much whatever your artist's heart desires here. I found that putting things in threes looks more natural than just one or two, which is what I'm about to do here with the with this grouping up here on the top of the ridge. Eileen's tacky glue dries clear, so you don't have to worry too much about it overflowing. So now I have other colors that I think I'm going to use here too. Just pop this open. So this is let's put that there. Some of these are made better than others. Like this is really sticky. This particular kind of let's put you in here. That's a little bit different color. All right. So now I'm going to move my little stool up here. And we're going to do some more static grass. I want to just talk about that vacuum cleaner for a second. The reason I use it is because it's got a nice little filter inside that basically filters out the static grass once it's inside. So it's so you can recover your static grass from the I don't want you to like to be there, but we'll see what happens when I go for it. Now, see, I'm just doing this randomly. I'm not. you wouldn't call this. I'm placing this stuff, and I'm just thinking of where it would look the best and going at it. So that will be it for our static grass here, and then we're going to finish with the shrubs and the trees, and we'll call it quits for the day. So one more time. They could have made the power cord on this thing a little longer. I'm sorry, in my professional opinion, it's I'm holding it up in the air, and it's not a wonderful position. So here we go. Okay, turn it off, and gently put it down. Got a little shelf down there that I can put it on. So now, last time with this. So vacuum. And once again, another, where did I put my aliens? Right here. Okay, let's see what we can get. Let's get a little bit more in this container here. I'm just gonna, where did I put my rag? Here. See if that comes out any better. Oh, that comes out a lot better with this cleaner. Okay, so there we go. And again, put the cap on it, and then put it in something where it can sit upside down so the glue runs to the... Oh, this time I'm going to put the glue on the layout, and put the tufts on top of the glue. There. There. All right. I'll grab like I say, these ones seem to be a little bit stickier. I'm gonna put glue on there. They're really stuck to the carrier sheet that they're made on. And all right. So the next thing is, no, where did I put, oh, here it is. Here it is, here it is, here it is, here it is. I have moss. Again, this is from the dollar store. You can get this in packages. And if you just peel off pieces, you can make small bushes. So that I can make a small bush that stands up when it's not stuck to my finger. And it looks reasonably good. You can well, you see, you could do that, and that's what I'm going to do. And take this and just put it right there like that. Now the last thing is trees. And what I typically do is I've bought sort of cheap Chinese trees, and then I've repainted them to make them a little bit more realistic. And then you can just make a hole and just stick them in. So I'm going to grab a bunch, bring them over here. I'm going to put them in the river, and we will figure out where they're going to go on the scenery here. All right, so just step down for a second. I got some small ones. A couple more deciduous ones. Just trying to pick out the ones that look the best. And then a whole whack of evergreens. And I am genuinely running out of room around myself right now. So, see these ones here, and I have two tools to do this with. I have a pin vise, so I can just come and drill in the foam, and then take the tree and stick it in the hole down there. And I'm going to stick these three little trees right here. And I'm wondering why that's happening. I'm going to have to... So here's another one. And we'll do one over here. And then up. And in. All right. Let's see. All right, we'll take this and we'll start putting it in the evergreens because they really add. Whoops. Where did I go? Did I go there? Yeah, I went there. Okay. So these evergreens come in multiple sizes. So let's see, we're going to find a big one here. Okay, let's see what we got. There. this one. Oh, there's the small ones. So, come down here. Now I'm actually punching, what I'm punching into is more of my homemade Sculptamold than it is the foam. And I don't glue them in. It allows me to make changes as I go along to decide whether I like what I've got or whether I've... See here, I think we need another big tree right in here. Again, this is my artistic license, as you would think, as you would say. That looks a little bit better there. Okay, we'll come along here and let's put in a couple of deciduous trees. Again, I'm turning, go in, and let's come down here. All right, maybe one small. Tree. And you sort of have to step back and say, okay, do we need to put more? Do we need to put less? What, you know, what's going on here? I'm going to put more. I don't want those. Two, three. I thought I had a sheet of foam. No, they're all deciduous, those ones over there. Okay. So we're going to finish off with doing some more trees back here in the corner. Oh. One there. Here. And you see I got this huge thing, but it looks like it's really out of scale for being right here. So I don't think I'm going to use it. I think we'll use this little one right in here. Go. And now I think we'll go back to tufting things. So glue. And we'll put more tufts in this area right here. And, I think that's enough trees. At least for today, until I come back here and look at it and go, that needs more and that needs less. And that's why I say I don't glue my trees in. You make a hole deep enough and the trunk is going to go down and hold the tree up. So it's just a matter of pushing the tree down and holding it in place. Okay, and we want to use a few of the different kind. Well, that's 3. Let's put those 3 in place and then see what where we go from there. So a little bit of glue on the Q-tip again. There. There. Now I just want to try something. I've got this other material that our home hardware used to have a florist shop in the store itself, and they had this material with to put it around flower arrangements. It's basically a grass, synthetic grass with a wire mesh, and it comes as a mat, so you can lay it down, glue it in place, and it creates quite the quite effective ground cover. So let me just see here. So I'll show you. There it is there, and you could just you can just glue it down, and it all of a sudden you've got a lot of ground cover on your layout. So we're going to take. I think what we'll try here is using basing glue for this. All my model things are basically experiments, just to see if it works. Doesn't work, doesn't work, doesn't matter. It's my route, and I'll build it any way I feel. So now I'll have to come back here with scissors and trim out some of the wire mesh that's showing. And I'm looking for, oh, I got a whole bunch right here. For this kind of mat, the way I get it to sit is to take, making a lot of noise here, take T-pins, and the glue's on the other side of this, so I can just press the T-pins in there, and this will cause the mat to stick down to the terrain surface, and as the glue dries, this will come on, get in there. And you can see how I can flatten that down. Now I will have to come back with a pair of scissors. I've got some special scissors for cutting this stuff, and so we're going to leave that area like that with it filled in, and we'll get that down in there. I should put another T-pin right in the middle of that, make sure it sticks. Come on. My sculptor mold is very tough to push things into. It's because it's made with mortar and plaster dust and stuff. It's just as hard as a rock casting sometimes, especially once it's set up for quite a long time. So I think we're going to call it quits for today, and we'll let this all dry, and we'll come back to it. I'll come back to it once it's dry and make some decisions about how we're gonna finish it off. But I think that that's enough, and you can see how this has all worked out. Just quickly, let me find a container. This has got dried glue inside. Here's the the vacuum cleaner. And here's the filter. And you see all the grass? It just catches. Now I know some people use a stocking over a vacuum cleaner. But I found that with this little filter, it does a wonderful job of catching the grass. And so I can recover that and use it again. Again, I don't know that. I think this might have cost me all of $19 or something silly. I'll look it up for you and leave it the information in the comments. There is a special way that this goes back together, though. No, it has to go that way. I'm sort of wasting your time here watching me struggle with the vacuum cleaner. Okay. Oh, I know why. It's finicky about how the filter is sitting inside it. There we go. Snap, and we're back together. So, we'll go back to the studio part of the basement here and say our goodbyes, and we'll call it quits for the day. So it doesn't look too bad. I'm looking at it on camera. It looks like it's reasonably good terrain. And here I am, back here at the desk. This desk is going to have a major cleaning done to it because I've got stuff all over it. It's just ridiculous. I've been working here and not putting stuff away, and I got to do it right away. I got to clean up, or I'll have piles of crap all the way up to my shoulders, and I won't be able to use the desk at all. So anyway, I want to thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing costs you nothing, and if you subscribe and ring the bell, it will tell you the next time I put one up. Usually it is, I believe today is a Thursday, and it will be later today. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you next week with a new video. And remember to take care of yourself and your family. And it's your railroad, and you can build it any way you want. And I prove that over and over and over again.